Hi everyone, it's Giselle with another message for today, and this time I want to talk about a very valuable lesson that I actually learned from my false twin. And as I said before, not everyone will experience the false twin. There is an actual particular reason why I've had to experience pretty much every variety of soul connection there is. It's because I didn't even know this myself, but I have signed up to do this coaching and guiding people as a living, and this is why I had to experience these, because as I mentioned in my previous video, textbook scenarios just won't cut it on this journey, and that's why I've had to experience pretty much everything there is so that I would know and I could tell when people were going through something similar, to draw from that experience and that valuable knowledge and to help you. And one thing that really stands out about my false twin is that he was very self-deprecating. And at the time, because I didn't love and value myself enough either, I thought it was funny. I thought it was just a style of a sense of humor. But really, when I started to develop myself and get more into my spirituality and really started to study the law of attraction-based teachings, I understood that actually self-deprecating humor is not good, because your brain does not understand jokes even. Sometimes we say things that we even believe are true, but when we're jokingly saying things about ourselves that aren't very nice, our brain doesn't get that. And so it thinks that we are being normal, and so it bypasses and filters through our subconscious to then create more of that in our reality. I remember when I was younger, I would often drop things and my mum would say that I was clumsy. And I know she didn't mean to do this, but over time, being clumsy was almost part of who I was, and I identified with the being clumsy bit, which of course isn't helpful. And I now realize that I should have never allowed it to filter through and be absorbed within me. Because being clumsy is not me. I may have had some unfortunate events where I did drop a few things here and there, but that doesn't make me a clumsy person by default. And I want to teach you something for you to apply. If you are going through a situation where you are being pigeonholed into a corner that doesn't suit you and you don't agree with it, you can just say, you don't have to say to the person to their face if it's going to cause a crazy intense conflict that you don't want to be part of, but you can just energetically say, I won't let that in. I refuse to believe you. I know the truth and I don't agree with you. So I will not allow that to be part of my reality. Same thing when people are so focused on the news and on the negative things that are happening all over the world. They say stuff to me like, oh, don't you want to know what's happening? No, because it's not part of my universe. And they're thinking, well, you're insane. But it's true, because why do I want to be affected? Why don't I want to thrive? It's like, unfortunately, when the recession hit in 2008, I actually believed it, because the person I was dating at the time was very much into, watching the news, but also worst case scenario thinking. And because of that, and because I really allowed it to be part of my energy, I was hit very hard during the recession. But what we have to believe is that during times of recession and difficulties, people still thrive. There are people who still thrive and who still make the best of their situations. If they can do it, then why can't we? Of course we can. It's just a way for us to rise above the situation that's happening around us, and for it to not be allowed in, for us to not allow it to affect us. And so we can actually thrive in times of controversial, not controversial, but times of difficulties, or perceived difficulties anyway. We can allow ourselves to thrive no matter what. And I feel that for people on this journey as well, you are being challenged pretty much every day of your life, because no one understands the twin flame journey. No one understands what you're going through. So you're having to not allow what they're saying. You're having to block that on a daily basis. And if you can apply it to that, then you can apply it to anything. But first and foremost, the way that you talk about yourself is very important. It hurts my heart when someone says, I'm terrible at this, or I'm not very so-and-so. It doesn't matter. That was then. This is now. As Abraham says, that was then, this is now. Now you can choose. Do I still want that to be my reality, or do I now choose a different reality? Because you have that choice every single day. And the more you choose to not self-deprecate, to allow your life to be beautiful, then there's not going to be anything holding you back from what you want to achieve and who you want to be. And so I am grateful to my false twin and anyone who's been in my life, who's shown me contrast through negative behavior. They've taught me what I don't want. And in knowing what I don't want, I know what I do want. And I can keep my eye on the prize. It's actually, at the time during the times that you go through these difficulties, it's very hard to see the benefits. But now I can see it, and now I'm actually grateful. No, I don't want to be with that person romantically, but I'm very grateful that they have taught me very valuable lessons. And I hope that me talking about this teaches you, or reminds you at least, of this valuable lesson. So I hope this has helped you, and if you'd like to connect with me, all my details are in the description. I've already started to launch my December promotion, my Christmas promotions. If you'd like to take advantage of that, then please, you're welcome to do so from today. And yeah, I thank you also very much for watching. If you'd like to ensure that you get your readings in before Christmas, then I would recommend to start booking them now. So yeah, thank you all so very much. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.